Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a very blessed day. It's Renee, and before we begin our Bible journaling for today, we are going to be actually in 2nd Corinthians today, but I did these 2 pages last year before I even started my YouTube channel, so I just really wanted to show you quickly what you can do with these pages. So my word for last year, 2020, was stand strong. And so I did this acetate tip-in page. So it said my word from God 2020 is stand strong. And my verse for the year was 1 Corinthians 16, verses 13 and 14. Be alert, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love. And so I had these images and some ephemera pieces. Let me get all this in camera, y'all. And so all I did was print a lot of these on sticker paper. And so I decorated this page up, and then I tipped in an acetate page or a production, transparency sheet, tipped in with some washi tape, and then just put some more pictures and stickers here on the top. And then with a brad that I put through the acetate paper, I attached some ribbon up at the top and down at the bottom here. So this kind of was feeding off this underneath the page. And this way, I like doing these kind of pages because it doesn't add a bulk to your Bible, really. And I can get more images on the page without covering up all the words. And then a lot of times on this side, you can even add more things. Like if you had a lot on this side, you can add more on this side, like prayer, journal cards, things like that. So that's that page. And then this page I did, again, through one of my Facebook Bible journaling groups. And this one was for the verse, may God comfort you with his love and my prayers. And actually, today's page we're going to be doing about God being our comforter as well. So I wanted to show you this. This is the God of comfort. And these were images that I got off of one of my Facebook groups, my Journey Through the Bible group. And so I used those images, and these were from the very beginning of last year when we started the whole journey from last year. So I made a little pocket here with some of the paper that we got and some of the images. So cute. I added little jewels and gems and such. I made a little tag, and then on the back I did my word study, and then word study on this as well. So I put my notes here on these. Again, when you have a lot of notes, I like having little pockets and such. And behind here, I put a doily with more stickers, and the tab up here. So let me see how I did this. Okay, and then again, I put this on an acetate page because I needed more room. And then on the back of this, I'm trying to move my huge Bible here. On the back side, like I said, if you have a lot on this side, you can put more on this side. So on this side, I had a little tuck spot here, again, with a word study that I did on the word comfort. And up here, the verse that we got, again, more stickers and just more decoration. And then here was the Bible verse. It's 2 Corinthians 13:11, which says, finally, brothers and sisters, rejoice, aim for restoration, comfort one another, agree with one another, live in peace, and the God of love and peace will be with you. And I did this actually January 1st. This was one of the first ones, so it was during winter, and that's why we had these little winter images. They were so cute, y'all. And so I printed some of the images on sticker paper and others on just cardstock. And so I had like a variety. But again, I like using these kind of tip-ins when I want to add so much more, and I don't have enough space to do all my word studies or what have you in my Bible. So that being said, oh, another page. I did have a YouTube tutorial on this one because so many people asked me. So this is 2 Corinthians, and here's the little butterflies pop up. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verses, let me see, what verse is this? 17 and 18. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's freedom. We all with unveiled faces are looking as in a mirror at the glory of the Lord and are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory. This is from the Lord who is the Spirit. So it's talking about being transformed into God's image. And so again, this was like a transformation page. So this was an image I got off Google. This was some scrap paper I had and some transfer letters I had. And then I made this flip up for the butterflies. And then I did my journaling here. Again, because I needed more space. And so these butterflies are like 3D. They kind of pop up. You can re-pop them up. They've been sitting in the Bible for a while with the Bible shut. But these are all 3D. And then a lot of these are 3D as well. I kept them 3D. All these little things. So I do have a tutorial on this. So I'll try to remember and put the link down below in the description box for that one. If not, you can probably search for it under Lovely Lavender Wishes under pop-up butterfly tutorial, perhaps. But I'll try to remember to put it in my description box below. So today we're going to be working on this page. We're going to be in 2 Corinthians chapter 7. And I'm going to be focusing on the verses that talk about the God who comforts. So verses 5 through 7 really says, in fact, so, okay, let me give you a little heads up. Okay, Paul, again, is writing this to the Corinthians in Corinth. Again, this is after writing 1 Corinthians, Paul revisits the congregation and he sees that it's not really a happy reunion. There's a lot of stuff going on, and they're accusing Paul of being a fake apostle by promoting himself, by lying to them. They said that he kept his money that he raised in the offerings. They were accusing him of writing stern letters, but not backing up his words. A whole bunch of things that they were accusing him of. So 2 Corinthians is his letter to the people explaining himself. So again, it's really cool to kind of read the background of what's going on in these letters versus before you jump right into reading it, because it might not make a lot of sense to you, but when you read the background, like, why did he say this stuff? It makes more sense. It's like, oh, they were accusing him of this, and this was him answering those accusations. So it's just interesting. But in chapter 7, verse 5, it says, in fact, when we came into Macedonia, we had no rest. So this is Paul talking. Instead, we were troubled in every way. Conflicts on the outside, fears within. Do you guys ever feel like that? Conflicts on the outside and fears within? Oh, yes. But God. Again, but God. The whole Bible could just be labeled, but God. But God, who comforts the downcast, comforted us by the arrival of Titus, and not only by his arrival, but also by the comfort he received from you. So, you know, when we're comforted by God, it's kind of like a gift from him that can flow out from us to other people. It's like we're afflicted so we could be comforted, so then we can then comfort those who are afflicted, right, y'all? So like whenever you've been comforted through something or you've gone through something, it's usually those people who've gone through something that can comfort another person going through that same type of situation. So today's page is going to be titled, He is My Comforter. Isn't this cute, y'all? Okay, so again, this weekend I have been watching all my videos and all my Facebook groups of all the people going live. I've been trying to catch up, and I'm very, very behind. But I'll get to them eventually. But a lady in one of my groups, Debbie Minar, offered in our group these free printables that we can print out. So it's these butterflies, the verse. He comforts us in all our afflictions so that we may be able to comfort those who are in any kind of affliction through the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Exactly what I told you. I'm going to be focusing on this. But all throughout Corinthians, there's a lot of verses about comfort. So if you've got another page that you want to do a comfort page on, go right ahead. You know, there's a lot of comfort scriptures. But so I'm going to be using these printables. But again, you can use whatever you have. You could use any kind of flowers or butterflies, or you don't even have to use that. Whatever brings you comfort. Maybe there's a picture that brings you comfort. Use that. She also did stripes. So she did washi tape down her page, washi tape stripes, and then took ink. I'm I'm gonna have a few different colors here. So she took different kind of inks, blues and greens, to match the colors in the printables, and she went over her page and then pulled her washi tape off, so then she'd have these inked stripes, which was really, really cool. However, I'm not a big stripe gal, which is, I mean, I guess I do stripes in some things, but I'm not really a big stripe gal. However, I did have this. And actually, this is not a stencil. This is, I wanted to bring this out to show you another way that you can get your own stencils. This is actually from Jelly Bean Soup. It's white lattice paper, or it's a placemat. It's a 12 by 12 die cut cardstock. And instead of using these as paper, a lot of times I use these as stencils. So I like it. I like the image, and so I could always turn it over and use it as paper or what have you, but I really like it as a stencil. So that's what I'm going to use it for instead of as paper. So I am going to figure out where I am going to put this. So that's probably going to go there. And I don't want to stencil the whole page. Again, you all know me. I like doing like just little sections. So this is going here. I'm just going to have this in different sections. And I've got this darker blue and this lighter blue. This is a French blue from Colorbox. I don't even know where I got this from, but this is I don't even know what it says here. A worn jeans blue. So it's like this kind of a slate grayish blue. And then I'm going to use Shabby Shutters to add in a little bit of green, a green tint. So let me think which one I'm going to do first. Let's do the blue. Let's do this blue first. And I don't even know how juicy this one is. So let's, not too juicy, I guess. Come on. It might even do better if I do it this way. Let's see. Okay, I can see it's very light. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Can you see it? It's coming on, but oops. And that just popped out, so I gotta be careful. I'm gonna hold it down. Okay, let's move that. I'm just gonna hold it down with my finger. You know what? We're just gonna go like this, y'all. Some of my inks are so old, and I'm just gonna use them until I can't use them anymore. So this is gonna be my ink pad right here. This will probably be the last time I use this one, but hey, it'll work. And I'm gonna do a little bit over here in this corner. Now let me pull it up so you can see. See, it's very, very subtle, but that's okay. That's just the first layer. I'd rather go light on the first layer. Okay. And again, I don't want like sharp edges. Some in this. Okay, now let's put this away. Ugh, making a mess, as always. That's okay. So I'm taking Debbie's idea and her printables and, you know, taking some of her ideas, but then adding some of my own. Okay, we'll see how this one works, y'all. I could just probably just rub this over too, but I just want it in certain areas. Let me see here. Yeah, see how dark that gets? Whew, I don't know if I want it that dark. I guess I could rub it on and then kind of rub it in like that. this stuff everywhere, y'all. Trying to see which way works better with this. So I'm going to have some really subtle blues, some darker blues, and then we're going to have a little bit of green throughout. Let's see if I can try to get this in this. Let's do some in this corner. Whoop. And I'm just going to go through and get some of this extra ink off my brush. Whoop. Okay, let's move this. I'm gonna try to fade all this into each other. So as you can see, I have some dark areas, whoop, some light areas. Y'all, that's all you hear me say is oops, oops, oops. Uh-oh. Throughout my whole thing. That's all I'm always doing. It's like, okay. Let's hold that. Okay, let's put that to the side. We'll put that to the side. I'm gonna grab a new one and just do a little bit of green, just a touch of green in some areas. And this is the Shabby Shutters Distressing. Just putting it to the side here. Again, just to bring out a little bit of green in areas. Sorry, y'all, I know I'm shaking the camera. It's attached to my table. And you can all see, and I always told you when I stencil, use stencils and ink, I press really hard. I get really into it. This is like my exercise for the day, y'all. Okay, let's see. Let's do just a tad green here. You see an area that's missing some, maybe a little bit up here. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Ooh, it's always a shocker for the reveal. So I never know what I'm gonna see. That's cool. Okay, so let's put all that to the side. Okay, now I'm just gonna glue these where we want them. So I already fussy cut these out because, you know, it would be boring for y'all to watch me fussy cut. I do a lot of my fussy cutting when I'm watching TV, you know, at night when I'm just kind of vegging for the day, like I'm winding down from the day. When my husband gets home from work, he wants to sit a little and relax and not think. And so he's sitting in his chair not thinking. And then I'm sitting in my chair just fussy cutting, you know, because that's my way of not thinking. Oh, pretty. I love how those colors, these are very calming colors too. And what I want to do is I'm gonna underline, but God, who comforts the downcast, comforted us. So God who comforts the downcast comforts us. That is verse 7. So chapter 7, verse 7. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this little piece is down and this little piece is down. Oh, did I not get it? Come on. And then I'm gonna glue the little verse. And this verse, I think, is from another verse. He comforts us in all of our affliction. I've got this little tab I'm going to put at the top. I'm going to put the date on there. So remind me, y'all, before we get off. I'm going to use the date. So I'm going to put the date here. Oop. I've got glue everywhere on all my fingers and everything is sticking to me. I hope I am in camera for y'all, am I? Okay, I've been getting bad with that. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, the thing what I wanted to do with these butterflies. I'm going to grab something out. Hang on, let me find it. Okay. I don't know if you've all heard of these little Zots clear adhesive medium. This one's medium. There's small, medium, and large. These are adhesive dots. You can see how old this box is, y'all. I have had this forever. But they're glue dots. They're, let's see. Oh, right there. Actually, you know what? I think I might need small. Let me see if I have small. Yeah, here's the small. Because some of these butterflies. I find these, when you want things to be like the wings to pop up, I'm going to have these wings pop up. So when I'm going to put the dots right here and then not glue the wings down, I find that these seem to work better than just putting some glue there. I don't know why, it just, so I'm going to put a glue dot there and one down there. So you just kind of stick it on. See the little glue dots on there? And I'm gonna glue this right here. So there, he's already stuck on, he's good. See, look, he's good. I can pull this off. Usually when I do this or put some like wet glue, you have to like make sure it dries. So you're holding it or whatever. These glue dots, once they're on, they're on. So I kind of like using those. So they're called Zots. At least these are clear adhesive dots. I call them glue dots. Okay, so let's see. Let's put maybe him up here, him there, him there. I'm kind of imitating what, I'm just gonna put one on this one. What Debbie did on her page. I think it was Debbie or maybe another lady posted what she had on her, what she had done on her page for the, and it stuck with me. So I think she had her butterflies kind of like this. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm doing a different background and I'm gonna add, I think we just need one glue dot on this one too. See, you just put one little glue dot. And then once these are stuck, they're pretty stuck. I want to make sure you can read it. And I'm kind of bending the wings so they're poofing up. They're going to be little 3D wings. So it kind of matches this page with the pop-up butterflies on it. This one's going to have some 3D butterflies as well, or kind of 3D. A little dimensional. We'll have this guy kind of flying right there. He's coming over to see what's going on over here. Okay, so let me put those to the side, and I'm gonna grab my stickles. Now these are gonna have to dry, but we gotta glitter up these butterflies a little bit. I gotta have some bling. So I love these little stickles. Let me get it going. Come on. And I'm just gonna follow along the wing in a few areas. And just glitter up my butterflies. Let's go this way. And then that's gotta dry. Now make sure with the stickles you don't touch that for a while. It takes maybe about an hour, I'm guessing, to dry. It's so pretty. It adds so much. This little, I have these in all different colors, but I keep going back to this one. This is the diamond. I just love it. I don't know. Just the glitter, y'all. The glitter like just does something to me. I don't know. I gotta have sparkle. Got to have some sparkle. I mean, butterflies, when they hit the light, have you seen their wings up close? I mean, God is such an incredible artist, I think, you know? I mean, when you look at all the different creatures out there and such, like, he is just got such an imagination and he's so creative and it just blows my mind. I can't even imagine the colors we're gonna see in heaven. I think it's gonna be colors and things that we haven't seen ever here on earth. Or it's gonna be deeper or, you know, more true colors, or I don't know, whatever. It's just gonna be cool. Okay, so there's my glittery butterflies. And then I'm going to grab my Office Depot thing. You know, I have one. I got one from my Your Creative Studio box, and I put it somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it. So let me see what today's date is. Today is the 29th. I don't know when you all see this. Wait, is that, okay, March 2, yeah, let's see if that's right. Let me grab a piece of paper. Here, I have a little scrap paper here. And I grab my, whoop, got things jumping out at me. My VersaFine archival ink. Let's see. Yep, March 29th. Okay, I've been doing a few things today, so I'm gonna just stick that on there. March 29th for the date. And there we go. An easy page, but I love it. And I love the message. God, our comforter. He is my comforter for sure. And he comforts us so that we can then comfort others. So, you know, we go through situations so that we can help other people going through those same situations. So anything that you've gone through, it's for a reason, y'all. And God wants you to help others through it as well. So thank y'all so much for joining me. Here, let me take this out. And I'm going to bring it up a little close if I can. Man, y'all, this Bible's starting to weigh so much. Okay. Whew. Okay, here's the top. And I don't know if can you see the glitter, the stickles on the butterflies? Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. So here's my 3D butterflies. I'll fluff them up once they dry. And then once they're laying in the Bible, you know, they'll flatten up, but then you just can go back and perk up their wings a little bit. Again, just bend them a little bit and they'll perk up. Just like so. There we go. Okay, well, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a great afternoon or morning or whatever time it is that you watch this. And I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye, y'all.